Greetings to you all and welcome back to Let's Play the Langrisser. Now then, Berser, who are you? That's true, they do, but that's really more of a death throw than anything. So it seems that Berser has killed Jessica, but she revived herself somehow, and he apparently died and he's revived himself somehow. So quite an odd world in which we live, where everyone seems to be able to revive themselves. Even the Kaiser doesn't seem to know much about him, so an odd chap. Berser is apparently some demonic force that's using the Emperor. Chaos is glory. Chaos is sort of an ancient demon. You fought it in Warsong as the final boss. Sorry if you're playing Warsong and I spoiled it, but it is. I think Berser was in Warsong. I think he summoned Chaos, but you killed him as well. So yep, he's been revived. Remember, in Warsong, Jessica was in your team, so Jessica would have seen all of this. She's well aware of it. You can go play Warsong if you haven't. It's a great game. Anyway, there is much we need to do here. We're going to take another meteor to the face rather soon. We need to try and kill some units quickly. We'll use our stupidly powerful bandits to get the job done. Just about the only thing that can kill us now is meteors. Maybe the horses. Well, there's only one group of horses, so we should be alright. Now, if we do get attacked by two meteors at once, we'll be in trouble, but I think we've outranged the one in the middle. Actually, I think they're on low MP. Let me just quickly check that one. Yep, 6 MP and 6 MP. So they're both on low MP. They'll need to rest one turn before they can cast their meteors again. So that gives us this turn and the next one to get them dead. Well, to get this one dead anyway, and then we can just take another meteor from the middle one. We can start our attack, because the enemy won't be able to do anything without the meteors. That's really the only thing that's been pushing us back. We should go give Aaron a visit. This chap is the most ambitious. He's trying to really charge his way through. He's the furthest up, so we shall take him down. The main trick here is to realise that it doesn't matter how long it takes you, but just to block their progress. If we can get them trapped in, then that's pretty much a job well done. So by sending that guy to there, we would get it done, but then I'd be out of influence, so let's not do that just yet. Move that chap there, and not attack. Switch you to kill that chap. Not much experience on these, level 1 units, or whatever you want to call them. But it's enough, it's enough. Move you to there, move you to go and guard that way so he can't escape. You come back in and protect Aaron, and you go there to create an effective block that way. This guy will run leftward and we'll try and block him next time. We'll slowly whittle those forces down. I could just be all-out aggressive, but I don't want enemies to run past and flank Jessica and our 2 HP Cherie. Now it's time to get healing everyone up. Now we're all out of range and in a pretty safe spot. Everyone is near what they need to be near. I'm going to move Liana forward so she can hopefully heal this group on the right when they go on attack. Not sure when the dragons go in. We shall send the dragon just straight upwards, not onto the statue, that's pointless. We shall send him straight upwards so that eventually he'll be somewhere near, a piece of action. Not sure how long it's going to take, but one of these days. You survived. Now the reason the mage didn't cast a meteor, which would have killed that chap and this Nixie, the reason he didn't bother is because they can only target heroes with their spells. That's why you'll quite often see them cast heal on Airwin or a fireball on their own team, because they can't target units or open tiles, they have to target heroes. It's an odd fact, but it's one we can use to our advantage. Right, we'll just sit still, no time limit on this level, we've got him trapped, so we'll take him as slowly as we like. There's Jessica blindly charges forward like she likes to. Okay, channeling the energy of Chaos. Chaos, the sort of ancient evil. Presumably that's what Alhazard is going to release, though it's not been said, but I'm not certain. But he is consuming some kind of demonic energy and becoming stronger. You'll notice that Kaiser does have pretty good stats. He's just a leader, he's not a proper war general, so it's kind of odd that he has such good stats, maybe that's where that's all coming from. Bizarre driving people to madness. It's a pretty common plot device of maddening swords, but there we go, we'll use it once again. Clearly it won't bow to you, you fool, you're going to be corrupted. So we just have to kill him. As Jessica politely puts it, we shall be dethroned. She's going to power up Scott. What a great tactical move, Jessica. So glad you're on our team. Kaiser content to sit on his throne, still level 1. He's an Emperor though. Emperor is a pretty high level class. Emperor is in fact a 5th level class. Not sure what Dark Master is, I presume it's also 5th. Zalbura isn't, Zalbura is like 4th, maybe 3rd, I think it's 4th. The fact that there are 5th level classes is supposed to be a sort of secret in the game. The reason I say that is that the game's instruction book doesn't tell you of the 5th classes. It has these nice tree diagrams of what classes you can get. It sort of says, well, if you go Lord, then you can become High Lord, then you can become a General, but then it stops there. So the 5th level classes are secret, in that essence. I feel I may as well explain them now. We have a lull while the enemy attacks. Characters have 5th level classes, so-called secret level classes. They're not told what they are, but they don't all exist. And what I mean by that is, if you take somebody to what they logically sort of should be, then there is a 5th class waiting for them. So if you make Hayne a mage, he has a 5th class as a mage. If you take Keith the Dragon Knight route, then he has a 5th class waiting as a dragon, and so on. If you completely mess things up, and you send Keith down the Seafaring route, then there is no 5th class waiting for him. That is an advantage you get for specialising, because otherwise there really would be no reason to specialise, and you should just make everyone average at everything, and you would get through the game absolutely fine. But the advantage to specialism is that they have hidden 5th classes, which have new spells, sometimes new units, a few more stat points to gain, and that kind of thing. Very handy, very useful, and it's one of the reasons to specialise. Now you're probably trying to guess who specialises in what. Aaron has a couple more specialisms, one of his defense heavy, you just can max out defense with him, then you will get a specialist there. Diana has a specialism as a healer, she has some others, but I don't like her others. Scott is a horse specialist. You will notice I've gone for specialisms with everyone. He's a water specialist, old Lester. Hayne's a magician specialist. I believe Hayne has another one, but I'm not sure what it is. Erwin has a couple of specialisms. Basically, Erwin's unique in that he has about 3 different specialisms. Depending where you take him, he almost always gets a 5th class. He may, in fact, have 4. Everyone has 4 level 4 classes, by the way, if you can't work that one out. So Erwin almost always gets a 5th class, depending where you take him. General does have a 5th class tacked onto it. Here's my attack animation has degraded. I'm now sliding forwards. It's not great. I rushed before the Sword Blast, but we have to go about that for a bit. Anyway, that's the special 5th level classes. And we're going to be hitting them fairly soon. Liana will be the first one to hit hers. She's already level 4 in her 4th class. And she is a healer, which means she will soon be obtaining that secret healing class. In other news, my bandits are ridiculously strong. Here we go, I'm going to fight against a unit that's strong against me. Let's see how this goes. Complete obliteration of the enemy. Great stuff. Now this woman will drop a meteor next turn. To stop her doing that, I've got to try and wound her significantly. I will take some damage, but hopefully I'll get some shots off using my stupid defense. Yep, that's pretty good. That should force her into healing. I believe I'm also safe to attack my ballista with just 4 men, because they can't possibly die, because they have ridiculous defense. They may die, they take the odd point of damage I've noticed, but still, we should be alright. There we go, that's as good as it's ever going to get. Is that fight going well for us? Aaron, it's time for some more butchery. Both of the commanders seem to be grouping up on the right here, so maybe we'll be able to pick one of them off this turn, and then we just have to hold down the other one. So I'll just check this quickly, and it is just these 2 that belong to this man, is it? Yes, it is. We shall try to kill them both then, and then we can pick off this chap. And we have pinned against the wall, surrounded by phalanx. It's got to be a frightening position to be in when you're a horseman. So let's put him out of his fear. Out of mercy, you understand? And, wouldn't you know it, one of them manages to slip through the net. It's not the end of the world. I shall use this guy out of position. No influence for him, but he should be alright. He only has to kill 1 horse. Doesn't even take a point of damage, that's great. Which now means that these 2 chaps, and then Aaron himself, can have free pickings with this commander. Really was not the best reinforcement I've ever seen. It was easily countered by 1 man, just happening to be a bit slow on the uptake and not getting involved with the fight. But that's Aaron for you. Alright, off you go. And Aaron's close to his next class change as well, which will be a very interesting one for Aaron. And given that I just said that, those of you who played the game before know exactly what it's going to be. I'm just going to shove Aaron against the wall here so he's surrounded by his phalanx so he doesn't get picked off by some miracle shot. And then it's back to healing these people up. I think we're nearly good to go here. Sure, he's still a bit battered, but we shall leave her. The main brunt of this force is supposed to be a little bit less, though, but it's incredibly slow. We will try to peg them down with some magic as well, and we do need to move our fabled dragon forwards. There we go, look at it, assault. We could do a quick rally, we could summon something different, maybe useful. No, I'm going to stick with a dragon just for the hell of it. Rallies for the mages to get some MP back, then we're going to sit still. Next turn we're going to start charging out in this direction. Next turn's going to be next video though. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then.